Yo, what's up guys, and welcome to the next tutorial video here on duct tape creations. For today's tutorial, I'm showing you how to make a duct tape flashlight holder for any type of flashlight, which is pretty cool. So I hope you enjoy this tutorial. Let's get started. Alright, so let's get started here with making your duct tape flashlight holder. Now you can tweak these sizes to whatever you need for whatever size flashlight you're using. So if you're using a flashlight like this that's a little bit fatter in width, you're just going to have to cut out a few extra strips of tape and stick them together in a certain way. I will after this type of one, after this one for the more skinny type of flashlight, like this one here, I will show you how to do one for this size of flashlight. It's not that much of a difference. It's pretty simple. You can also tweak them. You can also tweak the size to the length of the flashlight. So you're just going to make the strips longer. You're just going to make them like, these would be, if it's somewhat longer, so just for an example, like 5 inches instead of 4. And then these would probably be like 4. These would be 4.5. These 3 strips here instead of 3.5. So it's pretty simple to enlarge to make the size bigger for whatever flashlight you're using. So that's pretty cool. So just for this one, like I said, these strips are just for like this size flashlight. Like I said, these strips are 4 inches long and these are 3.5 inches long. And then for these, you're just going to need to cut out a strip of tape that's just 2 by 2 inches, just a simple square. So then let's get started here. So you're going to take these strips here and you're just going to stick them together, just like this. Very simple. So then just stick them together, covering up as much sticky side as you can, just like that. So then do the same thing with the 4-inch strips, or whatever size you're using. So then just do this. Okay. So now once you have that done, you're just going to cut this 3.5-inch strip here in half, just like this. It doesn't have to be perfectly cut in half. It's no big deal. Oh, it didn't. I gotta get a new blade in this thing. Alright. So let's see if that cut through. Okay, there we go. So then this drum you can just leave as it is. So what you're gonna do is just gonna grab your flashlight here. I'm just gonna use this one for this part. I'm just gonna set that in there. Let's just flip that around so the bigger side's on there. Just gonna stick it down like this. And make sure it fits properly. So then take these two right here, stick them together like this, and I should have an extra bit of tape here with the 4-inch strips, or whatever length. So just take your 3-inch strip here, just stick it down right on there, just line up these edges, and then peel this and just flip this over and seal it down, just like that. So you start forming this little bit of a pouch. So then we're going to get this one here on the other side. Then just stick that down, just like this, and just like the other side, just peel it over, like that. So now you have your pouch. So then the flashlight's just going to go right in there. So now all you have to do is just seal the bottom, and that's where this strip comes in here. You're just going to put it right here, on about halfway onto this side, and fold the other half onto here, and there you go. There's your flashlight holder. It's pretty simple. You can also put a little belt loop here on the back so you can hold it if you go like camping or something, or hiking. So that's pretty cool. So now I'll show you how to accommodate this size of flashlight. It's basically the same length, this one here, but it's a bit fatter. So I'll show you how you can make that type of holder for a wider flashlight. So let's get started on that one now. Okay, so what you're going to need to make the flashlight holder for a slightly wider flashlight like this one here, you're going to cut out, as you can see, a lot more strips of tape. You're going to have to cut out, this time you're going to cut out, for this length of flashlight, you're going to have to cut out 4 strips of tape that are 4 inches long, and then 5 strips of tape that are 3.5 inches long, and then 1 strip here that is 2.5 inches. So then it's pretty simple. I'm just going to show you here just these. You're going to do this with the 4-inch, with all the 4-inch and these as well. So you're just going to take the 4 strips here. I'm going to start at 3.5 inch. I'm going to take the strips and just stick them together like this, like you did before. But then I'm going to take these and line them up at 2.5 inches, like that. So you should have you should come out with a sheet of tape, just like this. I'll just take out this one more, just cover the rest of the sticky side like that. So you should wind up with a sheet of tape that looks something like that, and actually got this part a little bit too long here, so I'll fix that. Okay. So now you should have something. You should have something that's you should have one of these that is whatever length you're using, and then just 2.5 inches wide, or more depending on how wide your flashlight is. Okay, let me get this off my finger. So now you're just going to do that with these here, and then just with these you're just going to cut this in half just like before, and then this is just going to be the same thing, just to seal up the bottom. So stick these together and then we'll start putting together the flashlight holder. Alright, so now you should have your sheet of tapes finished, and if you're doing this size of flashlight, it should look like this. And if you're doing one bigger, you can do the same thing, just make the length a little bit longer. If it's a little bit wider, just extend the width of this to maybe about, say 3 inches or more, however big you need it. So earlier we just cut this in half. I really need to get a new X-Acto blade in this. So we just cut them in half like before. So now we're gonna do. It's pretty much the same way of taping them together. Just tape the sides down, and flip the other half over there. And the same thing with this side, just like that. And take your strip, take a little strip here, and just stick half of it on there, and then half of it on the other side, just like that. So now you should have, so now this thing should be able to stay in here pretty decent. There you go. You could probably do a little bit smaller, but I like to have just a little bit extra space in there. This would fit in this little one here, but it's kind of it's a slightly tight fit, and it kind of like bulges out, as you can see it like that, but it still fits. So it's your choice. You can either do a slightly bigger one like this for a larger flashlight, like that. There's a little bit extra space, so you can probably just add a little bit more tape or something here and just seal that up. It's no big deal. And then so that's pretty simple. So there are your 2 flashlight holders for your 2 different sizes of flashlight. Now this one could be used for this size one as well, but if you're doing a bigger one, this would be the one you'd want to make. I guess I don't really have a bigger flashlight to see how this would fit, but it should work fine. So there you go. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed this tutorial video here for the duct tape flashlight holders. I think they look pretty nice. So like I said, you can just tweak these sizes to whatever you want. They don't have to be strictly to this size of flashlight. It's anything you want. That's the good thing about duct tape. So if you guys got any ideas for a tutorial or time lapse, you can let me know in the comments below in this video, or post a request on the Facebook page, or even tweet me on the Twitter page, wherever you're close to send me a request. I check everything fairly often, so I should be able to get the request on any of these. So if you have anything, I'd really appreciate to see your requests. And that's pretty cool. That's pretty much it. I will have the links in the description for the Facebook fan page and Twitter page if you want to check that out. So yeah, so that's gonna do it for this tutorial here. I'll have another time-lapse video up this Monday. I'm still working out what the video is going to be, so we'll see about that. And so yeah, that's going to wrap this up. So thanks for watching, and as always, just enjoy the wonder that is duct tape.